this.
Holy shit, Kevin!
Wow. What?
You get this only nowhere else but the Kevin is after that. Kevin, I'm not going to lie.
Now we're look at this. A carved penguin. There it is.
Oh, no. Are the O's fine? Are the Orioles fine, Kevin?
I was so embarrassed. Okay.
The Orioles stole it. That game was stolen. It was stolen from them, then they stole it right back.
What?
Oh my God.
Wait, what's going on? What is happening?
What is going? Was it a diving play? He bobbled the ball.
What is happening? Are they challenging it? No. Other wall. No.
Kevin, I don't know what you saw, how much you saw. I've been chugging champagne. Sure, I spilled a lot, but what a game, man.
He will be the legendary
Birch Fish!
How about that?
Birch Fish fans, stand up. We did it.
What can I say? What can I say?
What can I say? The Baltimore Orioles walk into Atlanta, walk into your trap, take over your trap, and leave with a 3-game sweep of the Braves, get back to 9 games under 500. I'm just saying, in Pigtown Sports, maybe it was the hat. Maybe it was the hat. The O's are cooking. We talked about yesterday, this road trip. You went to Texas, you went to Atlanta. We were like, get us 4-2. They do it in the weirdest way, and honestly, in the most 2025 Orioles way you could do it. Lose 2 of 3 after winning the first game in Texas and then finishing it off with 3 straight wins in Atlanta. Trevor freaking Rogers. Worst trade in Orioles history. Remember, worst trade in Orioles history. Listen, Kyle Stowers is doing his thing. 16 homers, batting .280. Absolutely stoked for him. Connor Norby's turning it around. Damn good ball player over there. Trevor Rogers, though, is making a name for himself in Baltimore. Listen, this was a guy we talked to, Daniel Alvarez-Montes, covers the Marlins down in Miami. And a few weeks ago, he was like, hey, listen, Trevor Rogers is good. He needed a change of scenery. It was the best thing for him. He was dealing with injuries. Last year was definitely still dealing with injuries. I mean, Trevor Rogers, he's got a below 2 ERA. If I am not mistaken, let me double check that real quick. I think he got it just below 2 at the conclusion of this game. Hey, how you doing? 157 ERA. And man, is the lefty looking good. Say what you want. Yeah, the Braves are struggling. Yeah, the Braves didn't play Acuna. This guy put out another 6 2/3 of no-run ball. Trevor Rogers, I mean, let's go through this. Let us go through Trevor Rogers' starts so far this season because it's kind of ridiculous. He has 4 starts, and if I'm being honest with you, 3 of them were absolute gems. 3 of them were, hey, I'm an ace type starts. Starts it off in Boston, 6 1/3, no runs, 2 hits, 5 strikeouts. Next one in Tampa. What a weird game. Weird game. 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, gives up 3 walks, 3 earned runs. That was his bad start. That was the only thing that you can look at Trevor Rogers from this season and be disappointed in. That one start in Tampa, then he goes 8 innings, he has 4 starts, I would say, or 5 starts, 4 of which are ace stuff. Next game against Texas, 8 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 8 shutout innings. Then Texas again, 5 1/3, 2 runs, all coming at the end of the day for him. He had at one point gone 13 straight innings without allowing a run going into that. And then 6 2/3 scoreless innings today. Trevor Rogers is starting to do exactly what the Orioles need from him. We talk about all the injuries. We can talk about the catcher, and trust me, we're going to get into the catcher position in a little bit because it just keeps getting uglier. It keeps getting uglier. But you talk about the starting rotation injuries. Bradish and Wells going into the season, they were on the back burner. They were August at best. Then you have Grayson Rodriguez in spring training. He goes down. So now you're like, oh, baby. Our top, I would say Wells is a top. People forgetting 23. Wells was probably your best pitcher for a majority of that. So Orioles, man, 23, 22. Wells is a damn good pitcher. You lose Brash, who is the ace of your staff. Grayson Rodriguez now has to step up, take that step. He gets injured. So now Zach Eflin's the ace of your staff. Eflin gets injured, goes down for a while. Sagano and Morton have to step up. We all know Sagano to start, fantastic. Has been a little bit iffy recently. Still love me some Tommy Sugar. Then you go Morton. Horrible start. As bad of a start to a season as you could get from a veteran pitcher. Turned it around. When all of this is going on, you need guys to step up. Over the past 7 starts, Charlie Morton has stepped up. Whenever he's handed the ball outside of one game, Trevor Rogers has stepped the F up. This is a guy who has, when handed the ball, gone out there and gotten the job done. I'm not going to lie. I've been ranting. I forgot. I don't know how long Kevin's been behind the scenes. That's on me. Kevin, how long have you been back there?
Like 2 minutes.
Okay, it's not as bad. I all of a sudden look down because, obviously, as you know, it's got just little empty boxes, and because you're not on a bunch of lines. Because you're not on screen, I did not register that.
Yeah, you get a pass. You get a pass.
But Kevin, just as we drew it up, and I haven't even talked about Jackson Holliday 4-hit game, but just how we drew it up. Win the first one in Texas. 2 disappointing losses, sweep the Braves. Back to 4-2 on the road trip, just like you called it.
Yeah, they do it in the weirdest ways, but I guess they get it done. So yeah, under 10 games under 500 now, which is great.
9. 9.
I think did they get that far last time? Did they get to 8? Earlier,
I want to say did we touch 8? Did they get to 8?
I think it was 8. I think it was 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I mean, look, Trevor Rogers and Charlie Morton for Shohei Ohtani. Who says no?
If you offer Trevor Rogers,
not the Dodgers.
Dude, the Dodgers honestly would probably take Rogers. Wouldn't it be insane? It would be the most Orioles thing ever. Trade Rogers for just prospects.
I've been telling you, he has their highest value, I think, right now. Morton is the closest.
He would because of that extra year, without a doubt. But Kevin, you're 40 and 49. Weirdly, Kevin, this is the weirdest thing ever. The Orioles have only won 8 less games than the Yankees this year.
Baseball's a weird.
Baseball's a weird sport. I mean, could you imagine if they had that? Let's go back to that 7-game losing streak. They go 3-4 on that, 2-5. You are literally 5 less wins than the Yankees on this season. It was that horrendous start of their. I think Bob Nightingale tweeted out: Orioles have won 21 of their last 34 games. This is the team that we expected.
This is what was promised. And look, I mean, it's not like, the offense today didn't really do a bunch for you, but I mean, you mentioned Jackson, and that was the guy today. So, I mean, the pitching staff was able to get the job done. You put it in your post game tweet. They never make it easy. Oh my god, that is huge. What is that?
Yo, Kevin, can you focus on the road?
I caught something at the corner of my eye, and it's you just chugging away, man.
Big water for a big series win. I just because last night I was thirsty.
That's definitely vodka, by the way. But okay, we'll move on. I think that for Baltimore, it's different ways that they're winning. It's the exact opposite. Like different ways they were losing. It was all these different types of losses. Like the offense would be terrible, the pitching would be terrible. Like that still happens, but now they're finding different ways to win. Where like you get the offensive explosion yesterday, especially in extras, and today it was the offense can only muster a Jackson homer, but the pitching staff shuts it down, and like your starters have been better recently. Like it's not perfect, like it's definitely not, but it's. You just have to get over the hump where I don't want them to be hovering around like 9, 8, 7 games under, and then you're back to 10. Oh, now you're back to 7. Oh, now you're to 11. Like, I think what I had said was 2 under by the time the All-Star break rolls around, which I mean at this point feels pretty unrealistic, but
well, they can if they win the final 6 games. They're 3. So I mean,
true. So I mean, I guess at this point with the way it's gone, I would take 3, but I also don't expect them to win. I mean, I know we got some. We got some very bold people in the chat here, which I love, saying that they're going to sweep these next 6. But
you go, So what?
And of course, the Yankees are the team the Mets get on track against, and they carry that in.
I'm telling you, the Mets are going to put up a fight. You have to, and the Marlins are hot. So it's not an easy 6 games, Kevin. You can't, unfortunately, with the Orioles. In most situations, being like, oh, we just got to get past these 6 games, get to the All-Star break, reset, let's go from there. We would probably be telling ourselves, hey, go 3-3, go 3-3, just stay afloat, get some guys rested. We go from there. But because, once again, Kevin, the hole they dug themselves in, you have to go 4-2. You have to go 4-2. If they can go 4-2, you're 6 games under at the break. Ideal, absolutely not. You'd be 7 games under. Sorry. Yeah. Ideal, absolutely not. But it gives you that kind of, okay, we just have to continue playing at the pace we're going. You don't have to be world beaters. Yeah, now, Kevin, would I love for them to win the next 5 games and suddenly they're 4 under and then we can just hover around there for a month? That would be totally fine with me. But realistically, go 4-2, you're 7 games under, and then you can slowly keep chipping away. Because if you keep winning 4 of every 6, it's going to take a while. But at the end of these, I guess 70 games left, you'll find yourself back in the hunt.
Yeah, well, you improve on that. I mean, that's why I'll say it again. I know you and I say it all the time, but if you went 3-3 over this 6-game road trip here, you would have gotten no better. Your record would not have improved in terms of how many games under you were, and you would have lost 6 games to actually do something. Whereas now you go 4-2, you're 2 games better than where you were. And, yes, you've lost 6 games out of that, but, you've improved since then. So, getting into the All-Star break with momentum, maybe we'll get our Seti Verdugo moment at the end this time, like last year. Maybe that'll be fun. And then, maybe this is just the inverse of 2024, where they're just horrible the first half and then they're really good the second half. I mean, hey, I'd take it.
Yeah, I would too. And real quick, I do want to just get to these posts. It's a beautiful day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Walter, appreciate you. And then Tommy, they'll make the playoffs if Gunnar finds form. It's so funny that we talk about Gunnar finding form, and he's hitting 270, 270. This is such a down year for him, and it's a lot of guys, hey, that's a really good year. Like, I agree, though, Tommy. If Gunnar can find form and he starts hitting like we know, especially power and RBIs, But it's so funny. Kevin, did you know Gunnar Henderson has the 4th best OPS with runners in scoring position in the American League? Like, it's only Judge, Raleigh, and forget the other guy ahead of him. But I was like sitting there, I was like, damn. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, especially considering his stats on the year.
Yeah. And this is true, Tom.
Not
You know,
really.
Gunnar's bar is way higher, and you need it. You know, it's
Yeah.
they need that Gunnar to be hitting 315, 320. You need him bringing in the 100 RBIs. He's on pace for what we said, like 50 RBIs. He can't be doing that.
Yeah.
We need 100 RBIs. If he can go out there and hit like we know Gunnar can hit, Jackson keeps getting on, Westbrook can stay healthy because when he's in the lineup, you don't worry about him. Ramon Laureano keeps doing his thing. You keep this going. 21 and 13 over the last 34. You stay that pace, you'll find yourself. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not saying, they're going to, they're the team to beat. You find yourself we will be playing meaningful games in September. I don't know if it's going to be because they're 5 back and we're eliminated with 5 games left. But, Kevin, how many times have we said, biggest thing, just do not. I just don't want to be turning on the TV September 1st, and it's just useless. It's meaningless baseball.
Yeah, just make it fun. I mean, it's I still don't expect them to make the playoffs, but look, I'd love to be proven wrong. I mean, they're playing much better. If they play like this, I think they have a shot to. Like, it's not the way they're playing in terms of like, oh, the offense is lights out every night or the pitching is lights out every night. It's team wins. It's being able to have one aspect of your team pick up the other aspect when they're not playing well. And too many times consistently, especially over the last calendar year, we've seen the 2 out of 3 of the parts of your team sputter while one is doing really well. Like, oh, this starter had a great start, but the offense couldn't do anything, and the bullpen imploded. Or, man, the bullpen was awesome, but the starter gave up 8 runs and the offense couldn't do anything. And it just seems like especially in this series, it's like, yeah, like Dean didn't have a great game by his Dean standards when he's on, but the offense was able to pick him up.
Mm-hmm.
The offense didn't have a great day with the talent that was there outside of Jackson, but all right, Trevor Rogers is able to pick you up and the bullpen slams the door. And I mean, that's the type of stuff you need to do. That is winning baseball. It doesn't always look pretty. It's not always this 10-0 shutout and your offense goes crazy and your pitching staff is lights out. Baseball is not like that. Sports aren't like that. So, you need to be able to have a guy pick up another guy, because in all sports, no guy's going to be on, or no aspect of your team is going to be on for 162 games. So it was nice to see them get this sweep the way that they did.
Yeah, it's just nice, like you talked about, like, Kevin, how many times have we had to say it doesn't matter who you beat, like your schedule's the schedule. How many times has this team lost to bad teams that they should have won? So I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's just a struggling group. You have to win these. Like, you had to sweep this to get to 4-2.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin, we said, like, it sucks that after you win the first 2 games of this series, Game 3 was still must win. But it was, because you couldn't go 6 games and not gain ground.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not sitting here calling the Braves the best team in the MLB. They certainly have underachieved, and I mean, now they have a worse record than the Orioles. So, this team is not a great team despite the talent that they have. But you're exactly right. So yeah, it makes it important that you have to put on a showing against them and get the job done. It's what you're supposed to do, which, like you said, is not what they have done for a lot of the season. So I'm glad that they're able to do that. And now, yeah, you're going to be playing some better teams. Well, I mean, I'm not, like, the homestand is the homestand, but, like, over the course of the second half of the season, you're going to have, especially on the road, you're going to have to go places and beat some really tough teams. And, look at the Orioles with having expectations for a series and actually doing something with it. Expectation merchants. Are we back? Are we back? So yeah, I agree with you. They did what they were supposed to do. And while people are going to say, "Oh, it's not impressive because it's the Braves and they've been bad this year relative to what they were supposed to do," I mean, yeah, and that's why you're supposed to beat them. So,
yeah, exactly. It's exactly it, and you're supposed to beat them. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The Orioles are about to be on their sixth catcher. One's, I guess, Austin. Is it Alex Jackson?
I believe so.
Yeah, Alex Jackson, who is now, Alex Jackson from the Yankees. He was called up. He's been around. He's a career 132 hitter.
Nice, better than zero.
That is true. I mean, does he even have a Baseball Savant page where I can check out his defense? Okay, he does. Let's see what we're talking. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see.
Watch him have like extremely hard hit balls. Like,
Okay, a lot of blue.
yeah. All right.
Okay, decent pop time. Still a lot of blue. Okay.
My hot take is that Hanley's going to come back soon.
I mean, I would hope. I really hope. 2024, he had decent framing, decent bat speed. He had 3 home runs in 2024. We can just get all those out before he has to be sent down. That'd be, But do we have an update on Hanley Ramirez or Hanley Ramirez? Maverick Hanley.
Hanley Ramirez. I wanted him to be an Orioles so bad.
Oh my God, I would.
Those Marlins teams, like early, obviously, I mean the World Series one, but like early to late, like 2009, 2006, 2000, like all those were awesome teams. Conine and Sheffield.
Those were fun. The Marlins used to just have a bunch of fun players at different times.
Dude, they were awesome.
At one point, they had Ozuna, Yelich, and Stanton as the outfield. And they didn't do shit with that.
Yeah, I did. I was just about to. Yeah, Cabrera, Willis. Dontrelle Willis was a Orioles legend, by the way. That'll be my legend, Dontrelle Willis. I'll call it early, but I think I've already done him, so never mind. I won't do that. But those Marlins teams were awesome.
Yeah, those were. But Kevin, let's get into the I guess the elephant of it. Do you think they call up Sam Basayo during this?
No, I mean they've made it extremely clear they're not going. If you didn't think they have made it clear enough, them literally trading for a guy makes it clear enough that they are not going to mess up this timeline that they have for him. Whatever their plan for him is, that is the plan. They are not. Nothing is going to stop it. They will throw you and I out there at catcher before they bring Sam Basayo up. That is how confident I am that they're not going to bring. And look, you can agree with that. You can disagree with that. I mean,
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, there are, well, I'm not talking. I'm just talking in general. I'm talking about you.
Oh,
yeah. Whether you're on that side, whatever side of the coin you're on with it, that is the fact. Like, I think if they got this deep into their catcher rotation, and they're now actively trading for guys to add on to this, they want to see this thing all the way through with him, and there are no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Kevin, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If Adley Rutschman going down wasn't the door opening for Samuel Basayo, I don't know if Gary Sanchez, Maverick Hanley, and Chadwick Tromp going down is the door. Like, it's like you said, if they were going to bring him up because they're like, okay, he can get starting catching time and we're going to do it, they would have done it when Adley went down and Maverick Hanley became the starting catcher. That would have been it. Like, when Adley went down, when, it was Maverick and it was Gary Sanchez, you could have been like, hey, we're platooning, But when those guys, when everyone goes down, I don't think, Jacob Stallings is going to be the starting catcher for the foreseeable future and probably until Maverick gets back. It's just the state of the Orioles catching situation. The Orioles, I believe, now have 4 catchers on the IL, and the rest of the league has 5.
It's around that. I think the Orioles either have like 33% or somewhere in the 30s. I think I saw that tweet from somewhere. It might be 12 total, and the Orioles have 4 potentially. That might be what I saw. So a third of the catchers on the IL are on the Orioles in the league.
I'm trying to. Can I sort the IL by
It
position? I should definitely be able to do that.
let me see if I can do some quick research here.
That's what I'm trying.
You were so adamant about your quick math last night. I need to do some quick research. Let's see. It was before the game I saw this. So let's see. Service time. Yep, here we go. Matt. Yeah, right here. I have it. Matt Wyrich. There are 12 catchers on the injured list across MLB right now. 33% of them play for the Orioles. Rutschman, Sanchez, Hanley, and Trump.
There we go.
Wild.
Don't you love being
is there just like this? I'm so curious if there's just like this impending doom that Jacob Stallings is feeling right now about like.
I would not feel good. Hell, that's what pretend. Why would we want to bring Sam Basayo up just to be the next? Like,
I bet you when Alex Jackson got traded, he was like, "Oh no," he's like, "Oh no." Give it a week, he'll be on the IO.
Yeah, it feels like everything. If you are a catcher, you do not want to come to Baltimore right now. There's some weird juju going on in the Orioles catching room. And real fast, do we have an update on Adley? I know he is not coming back.
I haven't seen anything. It's going to be a couple more months, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting him back in like September. Because I also don't think you want to rush that, right? Like,
no,
you don't want to rush it.
Let's
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So recently, this is just recent decent comparisons for Rutschman and his sort of injury. Catchers Tyler Stevenson of the Cincinnati Reds and Shea Langoliers of the Athletics both suffered oblique strains earlier this season. Stevenson was out for 49 days and Langoliers for 25. If Rutschman returns on this is saying that would put him at this is saying he returns July 21st. It would put him at 32 days, which would be in between them. I would think he's probably closer to Stevenson's missing 49 games than anything.
Yeah. So okay, maybe August is the.
If you can get him back right at the deadline-ish, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I'd take that.
This is a good question. Would you rather be a Ravens DB or an Orioles catcher, Kevin?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, history says that Orioles catcher is where you want to go because there's just been years and years and years of Ravens DB injuries. So.
It's every other day.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say Orioles catcher. But, if this becomes a year-to-year trend, then I think there'd have to be a more serious conversation.
I agree. But, hopefully the buck stops with Jacob Stallings. Future Orioles Hall of Famer. Well, if Jacob Stallings just goes on and on. I will say the biggest disappointment is that I think actually Big Down Sports tweeted out. It sucks that Gary's going to miss the trade deadline because if he kept on hitting like he did, if he just randomly was hitting a home run every other game for the next 2 weeks, doing his thing where he's just batting 300 for some reason. It sucks because you'd hate trading a catcher in your current situation, but he could have gotten you maybe a few low-level prospects. So that's the other thing that really
I don't know where they're going to go with the deadline. I don't.
I don't think you are not alone. I think, and as they keep on playing 600, over the last 34 games, Kevin, I did the math. They're on a 100-game win pace. So it's like, of course they are. Because why not?
Yeah, couldn't have done this 3 months ago.
No, if they would have just played 500 ball up until this point, they would probably be in first place.
Yeah, if they started doing this a month ago.
They did a month earlier, they'd literally be in the playoff spot right now. man. But Kevin, I'm gonna put the link for call-ins today. I will get the timer on my phone.
you get the timer. Yeah, I can't do what to do.
I was gonna say we'll do the timer on my phone, but the link for call-ins is today. We'll do 3 minutes as well for call-ins. If you're new, I know we got some people in here. Do the channel like that, like and subscribe button, your Orioles post-game destination after every single game. Call-ins we're going to do for 3 minutes today. Timer will go off. You don't have to stop. We just, it's one of those things where we're trying to get better at timing everything because we have a history of kind of just doing like hours worth of call-ins, and it escalates quickly. We aren't good at stopping talking.
Yeah, so, it's our fault, not yours.
It is Kevin's fault. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not Kevin's fault.
No, ours means 2 people.
I'm glad he is finally admitting that it is his fault because it is.
You need to get better at gaslighting. All right, I can teach you a thing or 2.
So let's hit our first call-in of the day. We got our guy Danny. Danny, what's up, my man?
What's going on, Danny?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm at work. I'm on my break at work, so I missed the game, sadly. But hey, man, a sweep. I'll take it.
Sweep.
Hey, you take that any day of the week.
I know. The thing that pisses me off even more, I actually had tickets to go today.
Oh.
No.
No, seriously. And last week, I work at Amazon, and last week they told all of us have to work overtime today. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh.
That's
The one day.
The one
day I had tickets. So a buddy of mine's dad's boss, he has tickets. He's a season ticket holder for the Braves. So he gave us the seats to go. And I had to tell him last minute, hey man, I kind of can't go anymore. I have to work.
That's so tragic. That is so tragic.
Yeah, but it's all good, man. We got a sweep. I only saw the stats, but Jackson Holliday had 4 hits.
Yep,
Is that right?
4 hits.
4
2 singles, a homer, and a double.
Hey, man, dude, shout out to him, man. Trevor Rogers is becoming our best pitcher. What in the world?
Trevor Rogers and Charlie Morton are carrying the starting staff just as we all predicted.
Yeah, imagine saying that 2 months ago. Jeez.
I know, right? I say exactly how it's supposed to be. But hey, man, this is a great win. You go on the road into a team that is struggling as well. Ironically, both of these teams are kind of the same. These are both teams that had high expectations, that are both struggling at the moment. They both are talented, have some injuries. But hey, man, you go in there and you get sweet, bro. That's awesome. So I have some friends at work who are Braves fans. So I get to tease them now.
That's awesome.
Make sure you rub it in their faces. Don't let them off the hook.
Oh man, dude, I already have.
Let's go.
I love it. Love it, Danny. Danny, I absolutely love it. You have fun at work, and make sure to give them hell and let them know that the O's came into their house and swept them. Danny, you have a great Sunday. Try to enjoy the rest of it. Appreciate you as always, my man.
Appreciate you, Danny.
Absolutely, guys. Have a blessed day.
You too, Danny. You too. Gosh, I love it. Unfortunate he had to couldn't go there for the
I'm sure the baseball gods saw that Danny couldn't go and said, you know what, we're gonna give the Orioles a win today for Danny.
And also, Duran, what's up? Happy
victory
Sunday, my man. Let's keep it rolling, Kevin. Next up, we got our guy Steve. Steve, how we doing?
What's good, Steve?
Had to pull this out for the sweep.
Had to. I love it.
Absolutely love it. Steve, what's on your mind after today?
I think Rogers is starting to turn into that ace we envisioned him to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Jackson Holliday, 4 for 4, triple shy of the cycle.
Yeah. I mean,
Gotta love it.
I mean, the thing is, this 3-game sweep, it's just game 1 was just keeping the Braves off the board as long as possible. They got the 2 runs early. That was it, though.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the offense said, okay, now it's our turn. And ended up winning 9-6 in extras. Jacob Stallings game, excuse me. And then Holliday provides the only runs the Orioles really needed because Trevor Rogers shoved.
Exactly.
Again.
It's becoming, like you said, it's kind of becoming a thing. You know, Trevor Rogers is on the mound. I'm feeling good about the Orioles' chances that day. Couldn't say that a few, last season. That's for sure.
Oh, no.
Couldn't see that. And for him to, with all the adversity, obviously he hears the stuff. He knows what people think about the trade, all that. For him to go out and just keep dominating and doing his thing the way he is, you got to feel great for a guy like him.
Oh, absolutely. And now, day off before the Mets come in.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's young Sagano Morton in that series.
Believe so. Let me check. Yeah, we got Sagano.
That sounds right. Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Sagano Morton the last 2 games, and young Sagano Morton. Orioles faced their old buddy Clay Holmes first game.
Ooh. Orioles have hit him hard though.
Yeah, they have. He's one of those guys I'm definitely I'm happy we're getting to see. Someone that with some familiarity. Obviously, when you play National League teams, sometimes it can get you're seeing guys for the first time. So maybe that familiarity can help them.
Yeah. And then Marlins come in, which means Rogers would probably be Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
All I'm going to say is this. I made this prediction yesterday. I'm sticking to it. Sweep the damn homestand and go into the break with a ton of momentum.
I love it, Steve. Go 9 straight. Screw the haters. I love it, Steve. Before you get out here, anything else? Are you leaving with that mic drop?
I'm gonna make another bold prediction for the homestand.
What we got?
I'm gonna say Gunnar gets back on track, and he's gonna have at least 1 home run in every game. I think this is when Gunnar starts getting hot.
Wow. God, I would love it. Wow. I'm loving it. Steve, we thought it was bold at first, and Steve got bolder. Steve, I hope we're talking a week from now saying you called it. Steve, appreciate you as always, my man. You have a fantastic Sunday.
You guys be safe.
You too. Kevin, I'm loving the confidence. Absolutely loving the confidence there. Feeling good in Birdland. And also saw someone, I think it was Tommy, saying that Brandon Lau is left the game with left side soreness. So I hate to be this way, but if that's the case, if he is done for just a little bit, if he has to miss any time, that would mean Jackson Holliday would, without a doubt, probably get the second base All-Star. So we'll see what happens there. Hopefully, though, he is good, because you always want to beat the best when they're at their best. And I know he is one of the Rays' best hitters this season. But let's keep it moving on. We got our guy Gordon back and better than ever. Gordon, what is
Gordon,
up?
What's good, man?
All right, look, I just want to apologize. I've been MIA lately,
Hey, it happens. How you been, man?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How you been?
I've been. That's the thing, moving is never fun. It sucks because it's not a move that you choose. God damn it! Shoot, I just burnt myself with hot glue. I apologize, but yeah, I decorated my studio. Here's how I got everything just sitting. I'm just literally waiting. Yeah, I'm literally just waiting to move. I kind of didn't want to move. The place that I'm staying at now, I thought I was going to be staying here long term, but come to find out, I guess the foundation is really terrible here, so we're
Oh.
forced to move. So, yeah, but it is what it is. But yeah, good news. Orioles got the sweep, and yeah, going to Vegas next week, summer league. Making a Cooper flag rug right here.
I saw that. That's sick. I was seeing that on Instagram.
So yeah, that's it. What's good with you guys? It's been a while, you know.
It's
How you think?
We're going well. You know, Orioles get the sweep, feeling a little bit better about that. I mean, hey, maybe if we can get some momentum going into the All-Star break, we're feeling even better in 2 weeks. But hey, I'm ecstatic right now. Oh, a sweep is a sweep, and a sweep's always going to feel good no matter who
No
it's
matter
against.
who it is, and look, it doesn't matter if we win, because today wasn't a perfect day, and you know, Kevin said it earlier. You know, this team is playing a lot different than we were last year. Instead of finding ways to lose, we're finding ways to win, if that makes sense, you know. And it's like, regardless, I feel like what would allow us to lose, we would have 2 out of the 3 mess us up, but instead we're having 2 out of the 3 find us ways to win. You know, pitching, our starting pitching would be nails, and then our bullpen will be nails, and then our offense would just do enough to win. But back then it would be like, you know, our offense would, you know, light it up, but our bullpen would be trash, and then our starting pitching would be trash that day. But now it's like we're actually, you know, being a team and, you know, having leeway to where guys don't have to be perfect. So, you know, I'm just enjoying watching this team, you know. So it's always good when the Orioles are playing better, you know.
It is, and it feels different. Like you said, it's not just that they're winning. It's like how we talked about earlier this year. It's not just that they were losing; it was how they're losing. It's not just that they're winning; it's how they're winning. It's the guys are picking each other up. When one team, you know, one part of the team isn't performing, the other part steps up. You know, today, offense wasn't great. They only got the 2-run homer from Jackson. Rogers does his job. Bullpen does their job. Gets it done. 2-1 victory, and you get out of there. You know, it doesn't always have to be pretty. Doesn't have to be the 7-0 wins. Doesn't have to be dominance top to bottom. At the end of the day, over 162 games, you just got to find ways to win ball games. It doesn't have to be the big time, you know, pretty dominant games. These wins count all the same.
Yes, and it just, you know, feels better. Like you said, what are we, 21 out of our last
34?
What was it? 30, right? Like, it just sucks because it's like the hole that we dug for ourselves earlier in this season, I just hope that just was not too much to overcome, you know, because it's like, it's so weird because it's like at the end, like towards the end of the season, I want us to have, you know, competitive games, but I want those games to be, you know, hopefully making it to the playoffs. But if we don't make it to the playoffs, what are we going to do? We're going to get a pick in the mid part of the draft or later towards the end of the draft. We didn't make the. It's so weird on like where I stand with this season. It's like if we're not going to make the playoffs, might as well get something out of it. I hate it to be a draft pick, but you know, like if that's the only thing that we can get out of it with us, it's like it's so weird. It's like I'm like in between on the fence, and it's like I just do not know where this team is headed with the trade deadline, where we're headed like towards the end of the season and even off season. It's just like we're in a very weird season, the way that we dug ourselves with this hole.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they dug it. Like it's like that's why, you know, even this next 6-game, you know, homestand, usually if they're sitting a few games above 500, we're sitting here going, hey, just get 500, just 3-3 over the next few games, next 6 games, get to the break. Get guys rested. Let's go for it in the second half. But because of the hole they've dug themselves in, they have to win these games. And I agree.
Literally.
You hope it's just wasn't too big. It looks like it may have been, but that's why if they keep playing at a 21-34 or 21-13 pace over their next, you know, few games, that's a 100-win pace over 162 games. They will find a way to win ball games and maybe put themselves back in it. But Gordon, appreciate you. calling in as
Appreciate you
always.
too. And look, I think I said something to piss Kevin off because he's not here.
I know.
So
What?
it's like
He just keeps coming and going.
I know, like how rude. Like that
He
dude,
thinks
man.
that just
like,
because he's driving, he has an
I-
excuse to just dip on people.
Who are you telling? Like, I mean, what's more important, your safety or the stream? Like, come on, buddy. Like, but hold on, before I go, I just want to say one more thing. Remember earlier in the season we were having like, man, why did we sign Gary Sanchez? Look at what happened with the, what's his name? Our right fielder from the Red Sox. Drawing a blank on his name. Muscle Man.
Tyler O'Neill.
Yeah, Tyler O'Neill. Like, I really want to give him some time because, like, look at what we've been doing these last couple of weeks. Guys are getting into a rhythm, and like, look at him when he came up, getting hits and getting a home run, breaking it. Like, I just want to say, don't write off Tyler O'Neill just yet because it happened with Gary Sanchez, it happened with Laureano, it happened with Dylan Carr. Like, we got to, so I've been seeing some things on Twitter, and I just wanted to address that. But give Tyler O'Neill a break. Just let him figure it out,
I agree, Gordon. Let's see if he can put it together. Because, hey, if he's going to keep hitting home runs, if he's going to do that, then I'll deal with it and all that. And he keeps on. He can keep throwing his body at the ground every throw he makes from the outfield. Gordon, appreciate you, my brother.
You be safe.
Have a safe one. Have a blessed Sunday, man.
Yes,
I hope
sir.
you're doing good. And
you have a blessed Sunday, Zach. I don't know about Kevin.
For real.
Yeah,
I don't know what he didn't even muted himself. He doesn't even know. But Gordon,
I'm trying to be here. My internet is terrible.
I would use that excuse too.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. See,
Right.
all right. See now you're both getting better at gaslighting. See, how you doing.
Gordon, we'll talk soon. And if we don't talk until then,
Gordon,
enjoy Summer
appreciate
League,
you,
man. Have a blast in Vegas.
Yes, that's
sir.
awesome. That's awesome.
Appreciate
you, Gordon. We'll catch you.
All right.
Man, just us, Kevin. So awkward. I didn't realize that one.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Okay. Is it?
Yeah, we can. We can hear you if you want to start again.
When you put me back on, it kicked me off because my internet was.
Maybe we did it on purpose. I love how nobody. I was like the outfielder that we have that played for the Red Sox. I was like, what? And they said Muscle Man, and immediately I was like, oh, all right, yeah, I know that. I was like, we know. But Kevin, looks like that's it. No more call-ins. So I guess you got anything else? We got an off day tomorrow. I love an off day after a sweep. Because we can just pretend like this sweep, we can keep the sweep going.
Yeah,
the mentality of we just swept.
Yeah, I love it.
Kevin, this team, the biggest thing is continuing to build off momentum. That's all they have to do. Continue to build off momentum. They won 3 games. Kevin, we talked about before. They lost 7 straight that put them really in the hole. They won 6 straight to get them back out, and then they hovered. If you can go win 5-6 straight to get you back, and then, hey, you can hover at 5 games under for a few weeks, and then we can, grab some momentum again. Keep this going. Keep it going. Would love for this team to build off of this and just find a way, Kevin, like we keep saying, be competitive in September. Be competitive in September.
Yep. That's all you got to do. Just keep rolling.
All you have to do, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Kevin and Zach react. We're live after every single Orioles game to react with you all. We appreciate everyone still tuning in, everyone who's called in, everyone in the comments. It has been a blast. But, Kevin, I think that's going to do it. Who's your Oriole?
Koji Ihara.
That is such a good one.
Legend.
Alex Jackson.
Oriole for less than 12 hours, and he's already